afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrea, and I'm so excited to have the amazing Kelly Blake here to share a few words. Kelly, please share about yourself, your name, and your occupation.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Kelly Blake. I currently am working in the dog daycare land. I've been doing this for about 5 years now, learning all about the good and not so good and all the wonderful components that go into working with animals and in particular with dogs.
Awesome, thank you. So, anybody that's a dog lover, especially, would love to hear about this, or a dog owner.
Yeah.
So, what was the reason that you chose to come and join the certified Pellowah practitioner training in professional development?
So to round it up in 3 words, this was what I had written down for before I started the training. Just intuitively, I wrote this down. So this was covering all aspects of my life, not just career, but health and for physical benefits, like just everything to basically illuminate my whole entire being and produce miracles.
I love it.
Was
It's a
very, very
3 day.
clear about where I
By
wanted
the,
to
by,
go
the,
with
by the
Andreas.
way, it's a 3 day training, high
Mhm.
frequency, by the way.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
even
what
surprised myself when I wrote because I didn't really understand what was going on there, but it all made sense.
so what was the challenges that you had before you came to the training
Oh, the challenges probably my
with your
top.
health and we'll start with your health and then the abundance and energy.
So yeah, my top 3 challenges, probably having this in intrinsic sense that I had to look after myself better and um, not protect my energy better, but just be able to use this energy wisely, because I was in a place where not so long ago I was waking up in the morning and I'd have a 8 or 9, sometimes 10 hours sleep, but I'd wake up feeling like as if my iPhone battery for my own body was still on 10%, trying to get a charge somehow. And I thought, how is this even possible? It just doesn't make sense. Like I was sleeping all this amount of time, but I was just not holding a charge. So it was really, really obvious to me that I needed to find someone who could teach me practical ways to actually build my energy and keep it flowing in good ways, and then put the foundations in practice about how to maintain it.
Awesome. So, any particular physical symptoms you're experiencing with your health at the time?
Oh, just pain, just general pain in my body, feeling fatigued mentally,
Mm,
just not functioning at my optimum, which I know I'm
yes,
capable of. Yeah.
yes, we've all been there. And what about abundance challenges? Any challenges with abundance?
Abundance challenges, I don't think I didn't have so much of uh I wasn't stuck in that way. I didn't feel like it's just the main challenge with me with abundance is that when you're putting something out there, it's coming back, and it's about catching it all and pocketing it and putting it into the places that will nourish you and be that illuminating thing that you can then appreciate and have gratitude for. And it's just tenfold when you actually really embrace that, and people see that, and they see, oh, there comes Cal. I can see she's very appreciative already, and we haven't even had our conversation yet. So it's
Yes,
flow of energy and being feeling calm with that. So there's a
yes,
lot of chaos going on out there at the moment with, the weather and everything. And it just feels like the more chaos that's happening, the more calm I've got. And it was sort of the
yes.
way around, where I'd be like this little spinning top, so much to do and so much to say. And I'd be missing the foundations of actually knowing what to do with it all, really.
Yes. So is that what's happened to you since the Pellowah
Yeah,
certification?
it's
Yes.
the benefits are just, it's the clarity. It is like the penny has dropped and the light bulb has gone on. And I feel like this is a really, really safe space to be with Andrea moving forward, because she's going to be my little safety net here for balancing all of this newfound.
Yeah, your mentor,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. So yes,
Yeah, having been there
my
myself and
skin, I mean,
fallen in many times.
even just my skin and everything, the way that my body was storing pain is all just gone. It's just disappeared. It's all freed up. Yeah,
I believe you had a bit of shoulder pain or RSI, didn't you?
yeah, not too
Before the
much.
workshop, yeah?
Enough just to make me sort of aware of it and want to
Yeah.
actually let it go. Mm.
So, we'd booked in an acupuncture for you, and then you didn't need it after the session because it had gone.
Meant to be a
So,
lesson this morning, and I had to cancel on Andrea and say we'd like to do something different and use this time
yeah.
differently. Yeah.
So she'd had a pain in her shoulder before the training, and after the 3-day training, the pain had gone. So we had to cancel the acupuncture. She didn't need it, which was
It's a
good.
good
Yeah,
problem to have.
awesome. So
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
I know that you're interested in working and setting up a business to work with and help stress dogs as well.
Mhm.
And that's part of you because a lot of people that are listening are business owners, business women, business coaches, and practitioners.
Yeah.
So, what did you find are some of the benefits from the training for your health and your business that you're going to be creating?
So just to actually have a clear plan on how to go about moving forward with it all and just fine tuning it little bit by bit according to um, what feels right. Because look, this is the card that Andrea let me pull from her pack at the end of the course. So this is what came up for your half, okay? Which is now what I'm doing. But at the same time, it's being able to make the choices for today in this moment. So, I could make 1,000,001 plans about what I want to do with my business and start putting the wheels in motion. But if something doesn't feel 100% in alignment, then tomorrow I have the choice to just change that slightly and make it go in a different direction. That's going to be even better.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
exciting about it. It's very
So
sustainable.
do you feel that the 3-day training helped you make more aligned choices
Yeah,
for your life and your business? Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. And has it given you more clarity about your gifts and what you want to, your unique gifts that you could bring forward?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. 1,000,000
And
times over it has. Yes.
sorry?
1,000,000 times over it has. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you're incredibly gifted and psychic already yourself. And so how's how's the 3-day training benefited your psychic or your natural intuitive skills?
I think if anything, it's just enhanced what's already there. It's just sort of been like a real polish, a real place for me to polish that a bit and know when's the right time to bring it in and maybe not so much. It's that little delicate balancing act. But it's always there. I know it's always there.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just a matter
yeah,
of
yeah.
what's happening with it all. Hmm.
Yeah, because Kelly is an exceptional woman. She's we call her a dog whisperer. She understands dogs like anything intuitively and can communicate and
I've always,
help them come into a calm, natural place
yeah,
of ease and well-being.
I've
Sorry?
always, I've always been in tune with dogs. When I was a small kid, I'd be sitting in the doghouse in my dog's kennel, talking the ways of the world with her and being at one, and that was more amusing for me and more fulfilling than going out on the street to play cricket with the kids, kicking a footy around. I was like, no, why would I waste time? I'm going to hang out with my dog, and it sort of just seemed like well, I didn't understand why is everyone else not doing this? Because dogs back then, when I was, in the 90s, were meant to be just dogs that nobody paid attention to, they just did their own thing. But I was always sort of fascinated with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your natural gift. You've always had such an affinity with dogs. You've owned many
Mhm.
dogs yourself, and I know you've love them so much. They're really totally saturated with love. And then you do that with every dog that you come in contact with. And so this is going to be so beneficial for you being able to give the Pellowah. Now you're a practitioner, you'll be able to give the Pellowah to clients with stress dogs
Yeah.
and help them. And so any other benefits that you can see from the 3-day training that we did?
Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot that we've spoken of, but the main thing is like the benefits. I feel like the ones that are known to me and the ones that aren't quite known to me are already full on effects. It's like my little radar and my benefits. The radar's just going ding, ding, ping, 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 ping. They're everywhere. Like they're unfolding as I set out and go out about my business. So the benefits I feel like are never ending. There's, you know what I mean? Like what
Yeah.
you do in your workshop that carries forward, and wow, it's really
Yeah.
quite amazing, Audrey.
Yes, and Kelly's has been very lucky because the moment she committed to the course, you can share briefly what happened, Kelly, if you like. The moment you booked for the course, there
Oh,
was all this abundance of
yeah, it's just
coming her way from clients.
I can't even put it. I can't even try and quantify the amount of things that you have no idea the amount of things when you've put your intention and your energy and everything into something, and you have such clarity and certainty over how it is. People just have been coming up to me, hey, I'd like to give you this. Ask permission, Cal. Not even just, here, I've got a gift for you. It's like, hey, would you like this gift? It's here for you to receive. I've got it for you, and then that person carries off on their merry way, and the next one comes in, hey, I've got a trouble with my puppy and wondering if you might be able to help me here. It's like in the movie What Women Want, where Mel Gibson's hearing all the things about what people are talking about, and behind they're basically just they're coming at me so fast, just people going, you've got this thing, what is it?
Yeah.
I don't even have to open my mouth to say anything. People just know. They come up to me and say, you're the person that has the solution for my problem here.
Yeah.
And yes,
So this was happening to Kelly every day. The moment she booked for the course, and she absolutely knew she wanted to do it, without a doubt, within an hour, she said, yes, I'm doing it.
yeah.
and paid the money. Then all this like constant flood of affirmations and people wanting her services and knowing she wanted her to work with their dogs, was coming through effortlessly.
And
And
not
she hadn't even started the
yeah,
course.
and not just that as well, like a lot of abundance and that magnetic energy people were feeling. There was a moment when some of my customers of the dogs that I've been looking after for the last few years, they came into the shop. One of them must be psychic as well, because they were just saying, is it your last day today? Hang on, what is happening here? Like, and the next thing they're coming back with, like, we want to write you a little handwritten note to say thank you for everything that you've given and what you've been able to exchange with help on our path already, like here you go, here's something of appreciation and gratitude. And it's like, oh, overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were getting flowered with appreciation and gratitude as well. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. And so great. And would you recommend this to everybody, or other coaches, practitioners,
I
people
would
that
have
want?
to say whoever is in a spot where they're sort of feeling like they've done so many different types of professional development and modes of natural therapies and learning this and that and everything else, like you can never stop learning, can you? There's always room for more. And it's just about when you feel like the timing is right. So something resonated when you said, hey, this is my thing and I've got this here and this could potentially help you, and then you can help you know, it all goes around in a circle. And I had no doubt. In fact, it's quite funny because at first I tried to say, Andrea, why don't you go and do Pellowah healings on dogs? Like, come on, let's do it. You know, I don't know what to do, but someone needs to be doing it. And Andrea said, oh, I get scared of dogs when their energy is too much and I'm walking down the street and they're coming towards me. So
Yes, if they're woofing at me or something, I get really scared.
so all right, so it's quite amusing now to think that I was sort of like, well, come on, Andrea, help the world out here. And that's how it all unfolded.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Mm.
So, yes. So, and also, Kelly, I'm so lucky we're going to be working together because
Yeah,
after the 3-day program, for people that want to include Palawa healing in their business, like if you're doing coaching and you want to do Palawa with it, or you want to do acupuncture and Palawa, or massage, or psychology, or whatever. If you want to include any other modality with it as part of your toolbox, so you can optimize your transformative results, we're running this intuitive magnetism program,
yeah.
and
A lot of
marketing. We
different
do qigong.
avenues,
Sorry, was that?
different avenues that Andrea's created for you to choose to go down if you so please.
Yeah, so we've
All
sort of
the board.
we work as a group together, and we I'm so excited to be working with Kel. So we'll create a unique intuitive marketing plan, uh, aligned to her health, her energy, her human design, and what her passion and values are. So all of them are in alignment. Because you may have experienced doing a lot of business strategy, spending a lot of money on websites and marketing and
Yeah.
Facebook ads and things, but still not getting a result. And often it's because there's some sort of misalignment. So we want to get energetically aligned, intuitively aligned, physically aligned, health aligned,
Yeah.
all of that. So all of that is
Yes, you want to get
provided.
into the right groove.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
how to up level with ease. So we're going to be doing a lot more of that together with Kelly and stuff. How do you feel about doing that together? We're going to be doing
Oh,
that
it's
together for the
exciting.
year.
It's exciting. Like, oh, wow. I already feel like I've had 2 or 3 years worth of fast-tracked learning in 3 days. So
Yes,
it's
two
going to
or
feel
three
like a
years
whole
of fast track
lifetime's worth
learning.
of working with Andrea for a year. I better strap in and put my seatbelt on, I think.
Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. This is not normal business mentorship. It's more intuitive alignment.
Mm.
It's more, you magnetize your clients and your money through joy, through having fun, through playing, through resting into ease, and that it's and the end result of what you want. It's more loving the
Yeah.
new business. It's
Yeah.
more falling in love with your business again,
Yeah. Yeah.
falling in love with the gift that you're bringing your clients. This is more the way I work. It's more from a point of inner business to the outer rather than the outer to the inner. It's a joy. It's not
Yeah.
hard work.
And let's face it, everybody benefits from this, you know? Everybody will benefit from people being in that more calm state. Nobody can lose out of it, you know what I mean? Everybody needs a little bit of that extra element that's missing in this crazy, frazzled, weird kind of world that we're in.
Yes.
It needs a bit more.
And one last thing, so many people experience their minds really busy, like it's hard to switch off,
Mm.
especially with more air and fire energy right now, like thinking, and like overthinking and over analyzing, then going to fear and doubt and toing and froing and this
Yeah.
and that. How has that changed for you since you did the 3-day training?
Well, it's all still there. I'm just not tuning into it. It's all still, guys, if anything, it's all still there on a bigger scale. I feel like all of that chaos has just has become a whole new thing. It's just going faster, but it doesn't worry me. I'm not
Yeah.
worried in the slightest,
So
you
are
know.
you feeling more kind of more detached from the fast, busy mind, and like
Yeah.
the noise and the
Yeah.
kind of pressure of I've got to do this to be successful, I've got to do this to make money, I've got to do this to be accepted.
Yeah, when you come to this place, oh, it's the wind outside. When you come to this place, it really is like a full circle moment because you realize that it's always going to be there. You know what I mean? This peace and this contentment and everything is always going to be there, and the chaos on the outside is always going to be there. It's just about how we can put ourselves in a good spot to weather the storm, you know?
Yes. So do you feel you're more anchored in being able to do that? Like,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
there's an awareness of the chaos, but staying present
And it's
in your
practical.
body and in the
It's
moment.
practical. It's not just a case of, well, there you go, Cal. Hope for the best and weather the storm. You're enlightened. Go you. No, it's like, well, hang on. You've got the set things and the tools and the principles, and they're not things that have just started. They've been around since forever and ever and ever and ever. Like, they're just things that work, basically.
Yeah.
But if you don't do them, then it all comes unraveled and you're in trouble.
Yeah, so we've brought together all my 30 years of experience in terms of being a health practitioner, and in terms of manifesting, in terms of everything I learned, all the mistakes I learned, and with clients and client management, self-care, qigong and breathing and alignment, how to bring yourself back so you're in the moment to serve your client's highest good. And I know you went very quickly there when we did the qigong and the alignment, how to quickly come back.
Yeah, so your kit that you've got is a treasure trove of 40 something years worth of refining your craft. I don't know how you could actually find someone better to be on board with, really.
Oh, thank you, Kelly.
It's pretty special. Yes, and
Thank you,
like
Kelly.
I said, you've made a lot of, wrong turns and fallen on your head many times, and we all have to fine tune and get clear on what works and what doesn't work. But
Yeah, I've done 7 businesses looking for an easier way, and totally burning out and totally going off, and then totally in my head and totally off balance.
Yeah, it's all
And
just to teach you even more to how to not do those things and get it in a good spot.
so that's what I've tried to do, is bring the essence of all the key learnings to help how to really be a grounded, present practitioner, so you optimize your gifts, your health, and your clients' transformative results without burning out and without getting depleted. That's the most important thing. Any other thing you want to share before we finish up, Kel?
No, this has been a wonderful little chit chat, hasn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely awesome, really in flow. Well, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, huge, big thank you for your contribution on the planet, for you being here, for you being you, the amazing gifts and presence of you, and all the gifts. And I just can't wait to work with you, because I just know there's so many dogs out there that really are looking and waiting for you to step forward to support them. So
they really are.
bless you.
They
Bless you, beautiful Kelly Blake. Bless you. So if anybody would like to get a Pellowah healing with Kelly Blake for their puppy or their dog, please get in touch and we will connect you, and you two can work it out together. You'll have a lot of fun. She's the best. So in that field, that's her gift. Lots of love. Thank you, everyone, for your time and listening.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, bye, everyone.